All right, so I had a question on my channel asking how much realistically does it take to get involved with real estate investing? So I want to share a story with you of a friend that I had and how he got into real estate investing. I'm not going to share my story, how I started, because how I started was not traditional at all. This is a more practical approach to getting into real estate investing with some lower cost and a lower barrier of entry. My method, I already was established because I've been running a startup tech development firm called Grand Apps for several years. I saved up a good amount of money. So my first real estate investment deal was actually a pretty large one, a 5-unit. But again, let's get back to the story, a more practical approach to get into real estate investing. So the gentleman that I'm talking about right now currently manages a portfolio of about 15 to 20 houses. He also has a property management company where he manages other properties, and he has multiple flows of income within real estate. And actually, he just quit his sales engineering job to go full-time into his company within the last year. So how he started was he simply bought a pretty cheap house and put 5-10% down on the house, lived in that house, fixed it up over time, moved out, and rented it. Now, there is a strategy that's called BRRRR. I believe it goes buy, you renovate, you rent, you refinance, and you repeat. So essentially you buy something, you start renovating on it, you move out, you rent it to tenants, you could refinance it and pull some cash out and take that cash and do another deal. So that's a practical approach. Now, the average home I think was listed on Zillow for $230,000. That's gonna be an average house, maybe for somebody who wants to live there for 15 to 20 years. That's not you because you're watching this video. You wanna get the best possible deal, the lowest purchase price that is in the best condition you could find, renovate that, live in it. It might not be optimal living conditions for you, but you have to make sacrifices. If you could do that, you could move out, you could rent that, make a little bit of cash flow, and pay down the rest of that mortgage over the course of X amount of years. And now, my friend, you just became a real estate investor. So what are some of the costs that come with it? Well, let's say you find a home for $100,000. You could put about $5,000 down. What does that look like? Well, for 1 year, if you save $500, or if you save around $100 a week and you put it into a savings, by the next year, you could afford to put $5,000 to $6,000 down on a home for around $100,000. Again, it's not gonna be an optimal house because you're gonna have to fix it up as far as you living there. But let's say the following year, you move out and renovate that, and let's say you make $200 cash flow. So now within 24 months, you just purchased your first piece of real estate, you moved out the next year, and you're producing $200 actual net cash that's coming to you after you pay all of your expenses. So that's a really easy way to get into real estate investing. But again, there's many ways, and you just have to pick and do your research on what's your method, what resonates with you, what are you capable of, and what are your goals in real estate? Drop comments below. I'll be happy to answer them, and I'll see you guys in the next video.